Testing. Alright, it's decided I should probably have this on. Just so while I'm saying that you guys can hear me. Right. Who knows? I don't know why. My start stream button works for one of the other hotkeys that uses it. But does not work for, it's not working for OBS for some reason. Oh, there we go. Was it delayed somehow? Hold on. It hit the hotkey, then it should just... I don't know why this is being weird. Sadly, I'm not big on coffee. Alright, so, welcome back everyone. A lot of stuff done in the backgrounds. That compensating for the last couple where I didn't do anything. So, I don't remember exactly where we left off from, but... you can see we upgraded the base quite significantly. I've added more farms. I've added the automated silicon and solar crates, whatever dust that we were trying to make. I did it differently than we planned. I don't know if it's still here. Let me see if I can get the recipe. So yeah, we wanted to get it from the sign and this recipe. However, cells can't be automated. And the only way to do these without cells is to get the large version. Which we can't get that until HV. Which is the next tier up from what we're barely in. So, I'm getting these from a slightly worse recipe. You can see here. It's just one big loop. Same as the others, but... what's crazy? Hey there, Softkin. Hope you did well. In addition to that, I automated, netherrack dust. Which is getting a sulfur, coal, redstone, and gold. You'll see that sulfur is out. That is because we're using that with our raw rubber to make liquid rubber. Which I think we can find in the processes up here. It may be indeed. So yeah, we have sulfur and rubber, and we figure out how to get these things working. Also, I made these translocators. They're not difficult to me. Like, oh yeah. Because I was annoyed with making these factory blocks. I may have gone to cheat mode. I'll use it for these factory blocks you can see here. But yeah, I just did that in order to get the factory blocks and these translocators. But basically like a pipe, except they move things fast. Where the thing goes. Yeah. It just uses as more of the aluminum that we have already got. And it pros that we've got brass red alloy. I've got more stuff ready to automate just later. We come up here. Oh yeah, I built this up to a third layer. This is where we put all the parts. Or it was a clustered mess down there. Oh. Yeah, there's a clustered mess down here, and now it's well organized up there. But coming up, I think I left myself way to it. Well, here we go. We've got all the woods. We've got melons, cactus, and then some mob-related things. We got creeper weed, which gives us gunpowder, ender blooms, which gives us minute pearls. Meat rose gives us meats. Slime plant gives us slimes. Quine gives us leather. I think there was more in the so there was another, yeah, right here. And this is actually automated, this field. If we come down to here, we've got plants for spider eyes, feathers, chicken eggs. This plant, which I'm not naming, but it's just canola. We're just gonna use it for seed oil. Pink dye, which just surprised me a bit. Lily pads, pumpkins, cactus. Just a whole bunch of different things. And also, I made, finally, the void upgrades, which if you remember, we needed the advanced vending machine for, which I just made because it was not gonna be hard. The advanced vending machine just took some NV pistons and then circuits, which we already had. What was hard was I discovered that our plan to use a transformer was not gonna work. So we no longer have that. This is all just separates the LV system from the MV. What I made instead is this advanced steam turbine. As you can see, it takes a little bit more steam than the others. Keep in mind, all of these are to power 3 normal ones. This is to power 1. So yeah, the advanced takes a little bit more steam. I've also made these forestry machines. They're kind of annoying to make, so I just did it off. See the recipes here. But I did that in the search. Oh yeah, this is a mod I found. It shows us the hay and stuff. I did that so I could find multi-block farms. Because one thing that's holding us back is food. And for our food, this is all we can really get for a good setup with the foods that we can get currently. Because as these crop managers that we're using to automate farms can only do this out with crop stick plants. But not all plants can go into crop sticks. So that leaves out, if I just
I'm
look
happy
here.
to see you, Fruits 36 blue hearts.
I'm happy to show you my fruits. If you look here, all of these seeds, we had about 3 or 4 of these covered by crops. The rest we don't have access to. And that's an issue if we want to have a wide amount of food, which we need for nutrition, and for the depreciation effects we get from eating the same food over and over again. Okay, you can see nutritional value is reduced because we ate it 5 times out of the last 20 foods. And also, this is the most valuable thing we can get. It's just 2 pieces of toast stuck together. It's only 2.5 huggers. Keep in mind, some of these, let me see, I'm looking for is, yeah, double that at 6, and then it has even more saturation. Well, this one only has 1.5. So we're going to want to get that. But on our journey to that, we need to make ourselves stainless steel. Oh yeah, I need you, let's just do this in order to get this, quest done, because we'll need the quest open up. I can also use this to show you guys the original process that we were going to use for the silicon. Let's see, there you go. So we come up here, and then for this we want so it wants ceiling, we want to get this, which means we need hydrochloric acid, which means we need hydrogen, and we need some chlorine, which we can get from all this salt water that we have. We do need a ton of chlorine. Uh, there we go. Just gotta wait a while. Either thy job. Enjoy it. Hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoy some nice thigh jobs in your future. While we wait for that, let's just do this actually. Yeah, so that accepts all quests that aren't but don't have a choice to them. Yeah, we'll prioritize the bags over these. Not sure why that one didn't claim. Oh, yes, it only does it for the page. Why is there one more? I mosquito essential in my room right now. Air shard, I guess. We don't really have to worry too much. Okay. Oh yeah, I made a thickened glass to use for the building. I don't know when I used the over clear glass. I can't remember. There was some reason, but it escapes me right now. Alright. So is it Jesslyn's team? No. Oh yeah, safety tips about its electricity. The explaining trees. Got that from our fertilizer stuff. Oh yeah, sugar is something we're going to want to automate. More and more reward bags, please. Alright. What else can we throw in here? I guess I have to go start putting things away. Wanted to see if I could hold it all, but guess not. Just got so much stuff. Alright, back up we go. And potatoes are something I can know in crop 6, but we're not putting them in there. Cause didn't end up well. And we only got poison potatoes. You know, appetite's thing holding us back from more progress in that area. Got this fertilizer. I guess we'll be using a bit more later on. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of this is just junk to us. Let's still get to clan these in case we find something that's not. Alright. Solar Pal, you are my target. Do you know we had a quest for the Transformer? Uh, let's do the soap. I'm sure we can make the rest of it. Alright. Now put everything away. Alright. We got a ton of these loot bags to do. Let's start with the crop ones. Filing cabinets, I think was... Oh yeah, it's really good for seeds. So yeah, let's use that quick. Yeah, remember that one. I think the recommended place to store seeds. Yeah, perfect for storing IC2 comps. That got us quest for another one. Sweet. Uh, another plant lens? Seriously? Okay. Then let's do the food. The juice and pressure plates for some reason. Uh, low voltage? Oh, gold NASA, that is handy. That lets us pick up mobs. Specifically, passive ones, I believe. Yeah. Oh, it was just that. I thought it would be more expensive. I think that's cheaper than, not all. Ooh. Farm control blocks. We do want those. Uh, we got coke oven bricks. That was quite the find. What do I do? Bad. Screw the rain. And then we got these forest ranger things. Bob long sticks and some bolts. Very random things. Also screwdrivers. Um, no, we won't worry about that. Slide goes there. And then we've got... We also have dense plate. Tip. Think I was storing... Where was I playing? Oh yeah. Be regular plates, so our regular stuff is getting its own little spot. We can do the same for these sticks. Just see if I can get a door facing the right way. Oh, there's gonna be so nice. That. There we go. Then we are empty ones. Got some circuit boards, hamburgers, bunch of circuits, vanishing frame. Not sure what that is. Uh, throw this sapling somewhere. Walk away and some rubber and some glass. Not too hard to get rid of. Uh, there's our rubber spots. Then for blocks, we've got a drawer for that. Appetites. Think I saved a spot for that. I did indeed. I think that was more boards. Yeah. And we got farm hatches, though more farm things that we're going to want later. Just keep clamming there. And we got a capacitor bank. Oh, that is really good. So again, in fact, that we can actually redesign our we could, but we won't quite yet. That's gotta be a bit annoying. Alright. Think that's all the most of at least the useless garbage that we got. Did get the slime crystal though. And this can be kind of useful. Let's see, not enough for a tough rod, so it would have to be a tool rod. We can make this slime tool rod, and I'm thinking we finally upgrade our axe. Because this has been flints this entire time. So only flint tool left. And I've been needing to break single items for a while, but because this thing is always broken, I keep having to use my obsidian. lumber axe. Which is kind of stressful because that thing is meant for breaking big 3x3s. So if I'm not shifting while using it, it'll do that. And it's... we need a little bit of brass in there, apparently. Apparently this is all the brass we got. I think there was zinc, so we could just throw some copper in, but let's see if this grass will be enough. Then we can throw some obsidian on this thing. Some brass. Throw that onto there to make the cast. And then we make an obsidian axe head. And that actually decreases our durability. Drastically increases our mine level and increases our mine speed. Then we can restore some of the mining or the durability with the lime part. Tally those will be only 2 parts, so we do have a decent effective durability because of reinforced. Seems apparently not a good head material. Alright. So getting into plans. We're trying to clear these quests. For that we need our cells. Basically me. Hydrochloric acid is basically salt water. Surprisingly. Let me see. Hydrochloric acid, second one. So just make a bunch of that. Yeah, sodium hydroxide is the only thing left after. Which does seem to have some use. So we'll keep it around. Alright. I need some more freaking cells. So hydrochloric, silicon, and some cells. And we're off to the races. Alright. That gets us hydrogen and trichlor Selling. Yeah, that's not even the worst freaking spelled thing. So get ready for it to get worse. So let's just make as much of that as we can. Because we're going to be pretty greedy for more and more of this silken. Like, how much do we have? Yeah, we've got in here 20 sacks. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We're just going to burn through this stuff so much. Alright. Oh, shoot. Whoa. Never mind on that. I guess we're going straight into this. That's not for the quest, right? No, it wants freaking. It wants more. Okay. Turn the salt into more chlorine. Let's find a spot for this so it doesn't cause more issues. Alright. Get rid of this. Oh yeah, I also I made the creosote oil tank a little bit bigger. So it might have been a bit too small. You nearly have 1,000,000 buckets of creosote oil now. Just a small amount. Alright. So, that should make the amounts we're after. So yeah, we just want to make enough for new quests. We could have to unlock all this. Oh, it wants us to. Okay. Fancy thing I learned. We can do that. And think we can turn this into salts? Apparently not. Well, guess we've got a lot more freaking let me see. Can we? Oh, it goes directly into that. Last year. Oh, and it be distiller. But that takes so damn long. I'll probably have to do. Where is there is the distiller? Yeah, let that run. Actually, we can do it two at two at the same time. Where we have this setup. Okay, over here now. That only makes one damage. So we need even more freaking hot chlorine. I'm remembering now, chlorine is the big bottleneck for because struggling even into EV. Why did other mod packs? Oh yeah, I'm a cactus. I was wondering what was making me take damage. I know something annoying. Some of these netherrack plants will never grow. Yet this line here, because that's where the pipes are. It needs netherrack under it to grow. It's I believe we need 3 of those per batch, so yeah. What else can we work on in the meantime? Um, ethylene, polyethylene. Maybe. It will work us to cheaper things. Um, really, I want to get here because I want to get our solar panels. They do need circuits though, which we would want to cheapen. And that does use polyethylene. Alright, yeah, we'll do it. So, hassling, sulfuric acids, and ethanol. Ethanol we get from steam and ethylene. Biomass, that's the way we want to go. Fermented biomass. Shaking it from a fermenter. So we need a fermenter, a distillery. And hold on. Biogas, wasn't it? Fermented biomass. Biomass. Um, so a brewer and like any of these many things, some of which we're already farming. Yeah. And then we just have to supply wine. So we just need to make these steam machines. And then we can probably, I think we'll automate get ethanol. Because I know we're going to need to tile this. Oh, we need the brewing stands. One brew. Yeah, we can do that. Um, there we go. Get some clues. Got a ton of those screwdrivers. That'll actually be enough. Um, I'm gonna commit to this thing. So we need for let's call it 5 rods through here. Then these just put 2 blaze rods through there, which we've got on made. So these go into the forge hammer, which is way back here. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. We also have these water pumps, which are way more efficient than the water tank. This at most gives us 22.5 liters of water per second. This, I think, gives us nearly 2,000, with the only cost being that it requires steam. So I just guess that steam oil or 2 of these, and then boom, gives it enough to power all of our machines with water, which they can turn into steam for their own purposes. Alright. So, I need a hammer and a file. There's my hammer. Should have a file somewhere. Oh yeah. We got these things now, so makes crafting a lot easier. Not that one. That we can't do yet. I believe it was something like that. Yep, then we need a cauldron and the blaze. Let's quickly just throw these around. Uh, so we do that, and then over here, we can add a thing for rings. Let's see. This can go into the chest with the other farming blocks. We've actually got nearly all of the components. We just need the gearbox. That's... Let's see. We can make these into the normal. Let's just get some more salt water. Just like that. And throw that in. Shoot. Nothing having... Just a small bit of waste. So I can put this into a, sell that stacks. Got a ton of extra hygiene. We can get rid of this creosote oil one. That's... Guess it's that. Just gonna move you temporarily. So now we want this. For that, we just put on circuit 2. And do that. Oh, these are different paths. Okay. See how that doesn't work. That's that. Need more of that. Which means we need more coring. Okay. Not really, actually. Temporary coring storage. Can So it's gonna process you. If we do so with sodium, then we get the salt. The second one. It needs more sodium. Great. Let's see, do I have... What's a good source of sodium for me? Salts, but I don't have they right now. Actually, the distillery. Yeah, that's making salt. And salt we turn into sodium. Alright. So yeah, you make some sodium quick for us. Can you take the temporary chlorine storage? Use it makes a little sodium. To my knowledge, it should be a round process. This... We need an MV machine for that. Yeah, that's, epoxy might be an interesting ground. Alright. So I can throw the salts in there. Keep it going around. This is stupid, actually. Okay, how will we get the hydrochloric out of this? No method. Great. Okay. So... Very sleepy today, so... My brain ain't running at the fastest speed. We can probably tell. Right, I was going to get these things, and then we need a cauldron, which is iron plates, which we should have. Yeah, we have a ton, both from what I was making the iron tanks. This is our ticket to making all of the chlorine we'll ever need. In fact, let's start making some of that hydrochloric acid. Alright. Right. So I think to make the cauldron, it's this thatch. Yeah. So you can do that there, that there. And we need the research for it. That, and some paper. Let's get rid of these quick. Yeah, just that one, and then wait, paper, which we got. I made it over here. And let's just find the brewing stand. There yet. That's so you got enough hydrochloric. Oh, and that was, and I have a quest somewhere. All different areas. So I don't know where the hydrochloric quest was. Alright. So that's all that. And then take the sodium. Just finish processing that. And we also have this stuff. Which processes into hydrogen and more silicon. You need more salt more, because that's where I want to get my salt from, I think. At this rate, at least. Let's get 4 more and then figure out what I can do with that distilled water. Is this so war can be useful? Accepted some of those extra sounds. Sweet. Okay. Luckily, most quests that deal with liquids have you gain more of those. Alright. I just want to make all the hydrochloric acid again. It's just useful in general. It's used in a lot of the recipes. Let's still free up half of our cells. Alright. I'll wait for that all to finish before calling that done, but on to here, we got the silicon. Don't think we have these, so we'll have to make some more. Gallium and arsenic. Asbestos. I think we got a ton of arsenic somehow. I stocked up on a bunch of it. And I guess that's why I call a bunch of it. So let's see. I know better way to get this, so not really. Alright. That's gonna be our big holdup, is gonna be the gallium and arsenic. That will get us into a lot of things. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta do the research now. So let's just do this quickly. Let's build this way. So we can do that and that. Then we make like that. There. There. We can do that and that. That turns into this. You turn into U and go to the U. And then we just instrument this. Boom. Brewing sand. And we need more than this. So what we're gonna have to do is been holding off on this in hopes that we can get increase or make our stuff there before doing this. because our current low quality wands can damage the nodes. And so we want to get at least one tier higher. Okay, and then nothing from there, so we need to find some new nodes. Sadly, no goggles of revealing yet. So we're running around with this thing. Let me turn off waypoints. At least the visual thing. Oh. Okay. Let me mark this as another node. I was not expecting to find one so fast. They might have made these less rare, which would be a blessing. I'm not kidding when I say these things are usually super annoyingly rare. I as well do some scanning. We're at. Let's see. Right. Got a new area. Means new things to scan. Uh. Oh. I spotted one. I did not. Uh. Yeah, we don't need any of that stuff. I scanned a witch apparently. Ooh, beehive. Let's see. Thought I saw something up here, but guess not. It'd be a good idea to look for silverware trees and thumbcraft structures because those can forcibly add snows. It's node 5. What are we missing? Oh, we have everything but a bit of order, it looks like. Uh, Node 6. Does this have anything? It does indeed. Holy, that's a good node. Node 7. Alright. So let's go back home. Hear that? Okay. There we go. Plenty of that. And then nearly there for the last class. Just need some more salt. Okay. So we can take our wand back up here. Now that's filled up. Yeah, brewing sand. Might as well, before we get rid of it, scan it. Alright. Then, might as well use our MV bending machine, because it's going to be faster. We need 1827 steel points for the hulls. Oh, shoot. No. Whoop. Okay, let's see about making some more steel. So one thing I learned is first of all, we need to macerate that into steel dust. Can also use some of this. But take this and put it into the arc furnace. I'll guess wrought iron and wrought iron. But take specifically wrought iron dust. If we put into the blast furnace will be a lot faster. With all the issues there, I think I'm good. Alright. So yeah, you cook up some steel for us. Let me see if we had steel plates lying around. Had some wrought iron ones, which we'll need. Sadly, no. Oh. Oh, we got dead steel plates. More than we already had. Alright. Can't wait to get the improved blast face, which we'll need to do. Because the improved blast furnace will let us heal half the recipe time. Right. And we don't have enough wrought iron plates, so there we go. So do that, and then alright. So that is the 3 we need there. Let's do the brewery first. Since that near the brewing stand. That, and then we need 2 glass. And that needs a pump. Which means we need one of our knives. Which I moved down here and used up apparently. No, shoot, we can just make another flint one. It's extremely cheap. I thought it was. Oh, it's just not diagonal. I forgot I had the flint on me. Oh well. Alright, then how many pumps do we actually need? We need 3. But I'm guessing we're going to need once for export, so that would be it. Now we're 3, so that would be a 6. Ah, boy, this is gonna be expensive. Okay. So, you make that cheaper. We just need tin plates and rings. We need to make some more tin plates. Alright, we could throw this into our MB vending machine. Alright. How is our power looking? It's looking not stable, but surviving. Okay. we got that. Then we need the rings, which means we need more tin. Set to the lathe. Let's get rid of this small aluminum. That's. I should check the steel making down here. Honestly, that might just be a better option. Just sticking with the old steel method. We have a ton of stuff for it, so just need some more of you. Yeah. Some more of those cooking. I've got the gallium, which yeah, best way to handle that would be actually the forge hammer would be most convenient. And have no game penalty. Alright. So then, time for the big thing. Monocrystallized silicon wool. Let me just make sure. Tekatilan, there's no efficiency boost we can give. Yikes. 4 freaking 50 seconds. Yeah, these things are torturously slow. Yeah. Alright. And if I remember right, yeah, we want this in order to get our energy cells, which will last half the time that this takes. Then we'll have to put into an MV cycle. Or an HV instead of MV. Okay, right, brewing and the brewer. So we do that. Then these plus you and no idea where my soft mount went. Luckily, it's far from hard to make new one. Just disable that. Go ahead to turn these into Varsal for a second. Steal some of our salary out. And then, what circuit do we need for the Broda? 4. I do not like how that's holding. Alright, so we need more tin. Shit, I think we had it cooking up here. Yep. And then we also need tin skins, which we might actually have a bunch. Nope. Absolutely not. Well, that can be rectified. Just like that. Should just need 2 operations from the cutting machine. Alright. And then we need motors and we need 2 more iron rods. You know what? This ain't that bad of a efficiency. But let's just do this. So we need... It's 1 per, so... 2... 3... 4... 5... 6... I think. So then we take that. And then we're just missing the pipe, which we should have a bunch of. Yep. Let's try to run cheaper on some things before. Alright. And there we go. So that's our brewer. Then we can get the distillery and the fermenter. So coming over, let me get a bunch of our tin pipes, and we'll want a drawer. Running out of these, which is annoying. You would not believe how much tin I've run through with these finds. Alright. So, run this up here. And we want a drawer. Then that will go into the brewer, which will go into the fermenter. That will go into the distiller. I am out of cables. Quickly though, I think I want to use these berries. Let's see. Can these be... No. Can this one be... That's brewed into night vision. Interesting. What about turnips? They can. Oh, if we use fruit juice, we actually get a better ratio. So, that means we might actually want to change things up. So we'll have turnips. And I guess we'll use blackberries. And it needs these drawers. Alright. Yeah, start using that. So you are actually going to take in turnips. We'll have to get some conveyors and stuff for that. I'll have to run power cables over here too. Okay, and then let's have a second pipe. Where is my wrench? Okay, turnips go there. And then blackberries will go here. Then we're gonna want to do something. Let's remove this wood upgrade. Then we're gonna remove all of these blackberries. The coffee beans go there instead. Then blackberries we want to go there. And then we want to do the same thing with turnips and cocoa beans. And the reason we're doing this is these drawers are voiding access. The reason we're doing that is otherwise this crop harvester would get full, and then when it gets full of one thing, can't process the rest. These two are now going to be full all the time because it's got to fill them up and then it's going to push towards you. And you can see it already has started. You've already got some blackberries coming in. And if blackberries are too slow, we can add some more. We're also going to want to make then a fluid extractor. Which, not too difficult. Piston's gotta be annoying, but you can do that. First, I want to get some power cables though over there. Oh yeah. So the silken bowl as finished. Once that tops up on power, we'll start the next. So that's why I make a ton of that. Like so much that that thing is gonna be hopefully never not running. I believe we're gonna have to make some more redstone now, it looks like. Cause yeah, we need 2 more of this. Player cares? I guess they got put away somewhere. So let's go looking for those. Not here, so they must be in the yep, they were in the work table. We had a bunch over here. Let's just run 16 through. That should be plenty to satisfy our needs. You run on 11. And that's just 40 seconds, which is comparatively short to the 450. There you go. So, and yes, I'll just do that ahead of time. We'll have to adjust that later. Let's make our fluid extractor boat. So for that, we are going to need another pump. So if we just shove, let's make some more rings. Yeah, we're going to technically need 2 rotors. Alright. Let's get all these. Lots and lots of screws. Hopefully more than we'll ever need. And then we need more iron rods. Alright. We run out of the rubber. That's an easy fix. Yeah. So, I guess. Whoops. That's why to get even amount. Since we use these in batches of 2. Hey there, Red Killer. Hope you didn't want. As long as you do a mod pack, the quest books do a very good job of explaining a lot of it to you. The biggest thing is just reading and figuring out what paths you want to go down. Like, this looks intimidating, but everything in green I've already finished. Everything in red I need to do. Green is just future stuff after that. it gives you um, explanations on everything and how to do it. So I don't blame you for being intimidated, but I think you should give it a shot. I think it is a very fun mod pack. And it also encourages you to not aim for the ultimate final goal of the pack at the start. Go for mini goals, because this pack has literally thousands of hours of work to put into getting to the last. So the ultimate goal is to get the Stargate. However, to get the Stargate, you need things like where is it? There's a specific, yeah, this multi-block is the best way I can explain. This is one multi-block. You can see here how many blocks go into it. That is how insane this gets to be. So it is an absolutely bonkers mod pack for the clinically insane like myself. Yeah, it is massive. But again, it is not something as doing it all the way to the end is not a beginner task. Beginners are just advised to go for like, I think the advised thing is going for the tier 7 rocket. Because that's where the main cutoff for insanity is. To my knowledge, at least. Okay, we need more copper wire. And we don't have a copper. How is our power doing? Actually staying relatively stable, surprisingly. Well, I say stable, it's not going down at insane rates. We need one little bit more stove plate. Yep. And there's a couple different mod packs too you can do. Some of them easier, some of them harder. One I'm doing, gregtech New Horizons, is generally considered the toughest of them. At least my knowledge and you is. I'd say Omni Factory are maybe Dolby factory. Those will be much more beginner friendly ones. So probably start with those. I'm glad, Jade. I'm glad I can get you interested. I was happy I see more people playing this amazing stuff. Uh, yeah. So we got our blue extractor. Now we just need our cables. Which we can take this soldering back out and where did I put the rubber? There we are. And we want these to be ATEX cables. Be able to make the full amount there. Let's let that recover before we run out of thing through our big freaking furnace. But there we go. So I think that's all we needed. Was 2 more cables. I've run so much freaking redstone alloy through this. Because all the cables I'm using over here are redstone alloy. Largely because there's no superconductor for NZ. So realistically, we want to say in LV for our cables. Until we can get to H3. Because lossless cables are important for big production lines like this. If this wasn't lossless, then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Minus 13 to the power coming through here when it reaches the distillery. And that inefficiency stacks up. Because that would be minus 12 for the fermenter, minus 11 for the brewer, so on and so on. Nice. And I completely forgot we need conveyor modules too. Do I have any of those? The hope and pray that I've got some pre-made. And if we don't, then looks like I do not. They might even put in them, anyways. Oh, I do. I don't want to waste an envy on that. Let's just make another LV. Yeah, so we need that. Let's make, we need 6 of these. We can put the glass away. I think you're good enough off for us to run the next silicon bowl. Circuits 2. Oh, we got it. Perfect. Alright, time for some more efficient iron runs. That's turns into that, and we can turn that into another conveyor module. And this will let us take items from those drawers into our machines. That. So, you import, and you should take in the turnips. Import, and you should take in the blackberries. Can take a second. Yeah. Then we're gonna have to use some trickery here. We can't import into the face. Yeah, you're sending out fruit juice. Then why are you nuts? Fruit juice plus turnip equals biomass. Fruit juice, turnip. Are you connected to power, maybe? It was not. Alright. So that makes us fermented biomass. Or no, that makes us normal biomass. Which in our fermenter, once we got 100 of it, it's turned into fermented biomass. I feel that. Oh, it's eeny. Way out of our meat for now. Alright. And then fermented biomass in the distillery. We want to put on circuit 3. This can actually make a whole bunch of stuff. Later we can put this into a distillation tower to get all of these at the same time. For now, what circuit was it? 3. Then where do I want to make an item trash can for the fertilizer? Actually, no, what we can do, something you can do to boost the production speed over here. I guess temporarily. You can put fertilizer in here. That makes it work faster. Although we mostly have an exporting speed problem with that thing. Hannah. Let's in order to get a little bit of a jump, do that. We're gonna have to pay that back, but it's just going at the start. So trash can. Ender pearl and iron. Canada. And we've got the ender pearl plant up here. I got these things on. Don't know where I got the chrome from. We've already got the iron plates. So there we go. But was a quest for that. Here it is. Yeah, because I got one for the wood trash can. I think here. Yeah. Right. I am all outputs, so I think that will go through that slot. And then we just need some pipes. This is going to be a very slow process, so we don't need any big pipes. These wooden pipes should still, but it's not a particularly hot fluid. I don't think, at least. $250, and this can't handle gases, though. I don't know if ethanol is counted as a gas. So we'll just do small pipes. A goal being this tank here. And I think it was back over here. We can make some more small fluid. The 60 is definitely not going to cut. 40 shouldn't. Alright. this way. And it's place the pipe. And that should be our ethanol pipe all set. Uh, is it already piped through? Where is it? Yep. So, if we take out our universal thing, we have ethanol. Let's go back to the quest here. We ain't going for biodiesel, we're going for ethylene. Which... how do I have to let this cut for a while? Because we need full buckets. Yeah. Something we can do to speed things up is add other berries. Use this one to backlog things. It's not really the berries, it's the turnips that are going to hinder us. Oh. Actually, one thing we can do is it won't just be turnips then. So maxing out on barley. And those can go through the same process. So let's move everything to here. Then you have this drawer. No, I will need that axe. Then we just need some barley, some turnip, there we go. Now, this will be powered both on barley and turnips. Only thing that's gonna slow us down is speed with the at which that harvest everything comes in. Alright. I think that's as fast as we can get for now. Well, leave it be. And alright. So we just need the bulls now. That's lit up so we can do another round. Alright. Silicon bulls. We're taking that arsenic, no questions asked, because arsenic is fucking annoying to get. And silicon wafers. Do we need the... We don't need it now, but we... Yeah, for the chips, we're going to need the advanced. Alright. Let's start cooking up. It's a 9 for you. And we need the diamond saw, which means we need the cobalt brass stuff. Which means we need this stuff, which is cobalt, tin, and brass, which is zinc and copper. Tin this. So let's just make some brass. And for now, to clear with glass, we can do that. Oh wait, we actually need it for the quest I run, so... Oh, if he commits. And then we need the cobalt. Which we get from playing you. There. That gets us roasted. And then this can just be macerated, right? I've got a bunch over here that I cut up. But if we just macered this, this should be fine. Alright. And just like that. Then we want Um, we need buckets. Where did I put my buckets? There we are. So there's creosote and do it like that. And while that goes, we can grab you and turn you to that. Let's use this as our captain spot. Alright. What are we missing there? Wrought iron and copper? And then takes 16 of you, I guess. We need some more rubber. Just like that. 2 works, though. Alright. Cobalt brass is done. Half of you goes there, half goes in here. Build this over here. Then this can be our final assembly spot. Some more copper wires. Piece of glass. Um, take one of you out. We need 6 sheets. Actually, no, we had an V conveyor. I remembered. Alright. So we swoop back up here. They have there. Then we just need the circuits and the there we go. Alright, that's another bool down. Which other power remains? Well, that did use as much as I thought. Let's just finish that. I have done. that in there. Then we got these two, which come together to form a gear. Let's go with the dust to make a saw blade. And that makes our advanced cutter. I want to get some more of this annealed copper wire. I need to mix more copper, apparently. Oh, we can actually use lava buckets. They're more efficient than the creosote I've been using. Using creosote because it's easier to get, but now that we've got the Nebune, it's kind of arguable which one's easier. That. Huh, I'm actually out. Oh, even, what's cooking? Let's throw this into the water. No, we want into the arc first. Which we can. Restart. And you're the only thing running. Be less temperamental. We'll just place it down. We don't need it right away. I would like to get those cables. Actually, I saw I made more than that. Apparently that's all my annealed stuff. Alright. Let's get our wafers. Next. Oh yeah, we have the solar stuff now. Aluminum iron plate needs MV forming class. That's gotta be annoying. Before we do that, we're going to go into this though. Which means the laser engraver. Which means we're going to have to make their circuit boards. Which we could do this way. I think doing it this way would be better. Iron and hydrochloric acid. Which, if you remember, we made a ton of. And I think you just need some suns, yeah. And that we also need some gold foil. probably more than that. Uh, I can just make some more easily. These are the phenolic. I think this should be enough. Try and use that as much as we can. Alright. We'll get into we can clear be hydrochloric in there. Then we'll start actually using it. Sorry about that. And our big sneeze on my hand. I don't know what's with me and sneezing on stream. I basically never sneeze in other settings. It's just on stream that I'm sneezy. Alright. Now, we got some high-tech boards come in. Chemically treated boards. Yeah. So that's what's these. Oh, it's 2 circuits. I thought it was 3. So we need, oh geez. We need 5, so we need more of our basic circuits too. Can I make these any cheaper? Yes. We need the MV assembler if I want to make SMDs. And we need to get into the polyethylene. So annealed is gonna be our best method. That's not even the one I was looking for though. Because I want to replace vacuum tubes, but looks like want to do that, I'm gonna have to get into integrated circuits, which requires this, which requires this. But it is good to know that we'll be able to ditch that. Then we'll have to start using diodes in our LV. So we'll have to figure out our gallium supply. So then, to make this, it's red alloy steel annealed. Ah, fuck. The skill went to my eye. Come here, you fucking bloodsucker. They're out in full force today. Um, yeah, once that fills up, then the art brush should be able to start working. That's running up diodes too. Okay. So we need vacuum tubes, which are BS. Don't think it uses the fine wires. Yeah, just the normal wires. We should make an extruder. Specifically the envy. That can come after our laser engraver, because this will let us make the rods at not 1.5 efficiency, but that's double. So instead of getting 2 small dusts out, we'll get 2 rods instead. Extruder's like the best machine. The best small machine. By a landslide. Okay. So that so many damn mosquitoes are nipping at me. Okay. So we're looking for. Gonna have to make more redstone now, it looks like. Uh, Time to break a couple hammers. Oh. Apparently managed without breaking anything. Endless surprise? Unhappy, but stupid things. Alright. Let's see here. So we can start on things. We need a electrum, which is gold and silver to my memory. There. Oh, that was not intended. Is that using anything? Ladders and mech works. Sigma bus. What? Single terminal. I have no idea what that's for. Still didn't get the stupid museum. It's starting to work. Got it. Well, bugger went on my keyboard. And that just squish him off. Alright. Let's try and get ourselves a stack of annealed copper. They got the electrum. I also needed apparently more copper cooking. Temporarily send that in. Alright. Borrow that. And that's plus. Where's the redstone I had? And I can put this away. Got it. I see a number 2. Alright. Let's get some more redstone. Well, yes, need some more. Let me get some extra for next time this happens. You can just pick up these little water bumps from when I got rid of water. And that landed to the miner's bag, damn it. There we go. I have a ton of molten redstone for some reason. Do I have cells I could put this in? Um, do you have spare tanks or tank walls anywhere? I brought bees tanks. Let's hope and pray we can put in these. Hydrogen, maybe? Yeah. Alright. Oh god. Okay, yeah, these need to be universal. Let's just use this to combine these. There we go. Make a ton of this red alloy stuff. This redstone alloy is better, but it also has to be gone through the blast furnace, so I'd rather just do this. I think it's fine. Yep. Then this will get us the basics. Oh, we need more red alloy wires, so I guess what we're doing more of. If you guess we're making more our freaking red alloy, you'd be absolutely correct. Okay. So we need diodes, which we get. Do we have tantalum? No, because we need H3 for that. Platinum is our best. Tantalum second, neo copper. We want to get into polyethylene then. So let's check our ethanol currently. We have 600. And reason being is we're just not producing enough freaking. Okay. While those build up, because it's clear that those just need to fill their buffer, probably. Let's use wheat. Try and buff up the production speed of that. Or how's this going? Okay, it's going to use the fertilizer now. Okay. We definitely need a faster conveyor. Currently, the conveyor speed is 1 stack every 5 seconds. We want to speed that up, I think. Yeah, HV would be 1 every second. For that, if we get stainless steel, we can get that. So that's actually not that far out of reach. Let's see, you finish up, you appear. We need the diodes, which we need the ethanol for. While we wait on the ethanol, let's start with these. So 4 of you were needed. You could go into here. I do want to make as many of these as I can. Okay, and then they also need six, then 9, then 2. Rest of these go into the lathe, but we are running out of aluminum, so we're gonna have to cook up some more. Which means we just have to grab our cryolite and our alumina, which got a crap ton of both. Well, if we process the cryolite, we have a crap ton of it. As for alumina, personally I thought that still again that's big enough for one run. Alright. Take that. Like that. Mosquito flying at my face again. Missed it. Okay. That's where we'll make the pistons. Make the emitter right here. Want to go get an ender pearl? Can't run on those. Well, it's all dust form. Uh, okay. We could just put it into the enclave to get back. No big deal. And we could put our distilled water that we got into that for speed up. Yeah, to have our cells back too. Right. So, have all that running. These freaking mosquitoes need to piss off. Alright. Alright. They're good too. Okay, and then you go in here. And then over here, we need to make the mother. We need more copper cables. I'll throw that in there. We can take these out. And the rubber. Wrong thing. There. Okay. So, I have one dang circuit off. Okay, to you there. I'll test these in order to get some more aluminum cooking. Um, They need magnetite. Nice steel. Need 2 of these. And then we need the Cooper nickel. Thankfully, we have a ton of from batch crafted. Medium 2x. That's I forgot I have 2 motors. Alright, a motor on me. Ain't it ready? And any beads. Alright. How's our ethanol looking? We're closing in on it. 2 more batches. And you've run out of resources again. What I might do is, instead of hooking this up to our current food farm, I might make another layer because I was already going to do that. And that layer will just be wheat feeding down into this because this is our current bottleneck. Is just feeding this thing. I want to save those foods there for us eating. Okay, we get why we need so much of that. Yeah, ran out of the red alloy. So we got a ton of electric circuits now. Do the improved need to resist service? No, they just need the diodes. Okay, but I guess I'll just do the less efficient. As much as I want to get into efficient recipes, I also just want to get things done. Right. Lever buckets. Down in there. That is gallium. With glass for now. does... Oh, we can do the... Oh. If it's alright, I will do that, but we can do the wafers, and that makes things cheaper too. We should already have a thing of liquid glass. Yeah. And it was fine copper. Not annealed, is fine copper. Right. And that's second 4. In the future, we'll do wafers for this. Right. That's what we needed for these gears. Which was needed with pistons. Latch. Let's need with that. And that should be everything. Good circuit. Precision laser engraver. Oh yeah, these we want to coat in rubber. So let's just quickly. Do that. Yeah, we want to get the extruder, so 2 more circuits. Just make sure we have enough rubber. Do that. Alright. Then, these are 4x Ys. Which I instantly realized these aren't lossless. These are... There's no lossless NB, so we're going to want to place these down in a different orientation than what I normally do. Okay. So. We can get to those both. And we need the advanced mixer if we want to get the for stainless steel, we need that. Okay. Let's get the glass back. Frickin' stupid mosquitoes. But there, got one. 3 of them just came at me at the same damn time. I don't know if this is true, but I remember hearing that people with high blood pressure are more targeted by mosquitoes. If that's the case, that would explain why I'm so fucking tired, because my blood pressure is pretty high normally. Okay. None of that. I'd like to have some bitrate. Okay. And we need more alumina. So then we can evolve into just using aluminum dust. Dang, we do look glorious. Okay, so for the mixer we need that. We just need one more rod here. I think I saved it till we're, yeah. Uh, over here. We made the bending. Made those. Aiming for right now is the mixer and the energy hatches. Alright. So that plus was by wrench. Alright. So the memory was that, this, and then we need a bronze rotor. Yeah. Got that wrong, but not horribly. Okay. We got a ton of bronze. So this won't be hard though. Toss that all into there. That can make another circuit for us. We ran out of glass, surprisingly. Let's see. These plus just a smidge of soldering only. Alright. advanced mixer. And then stainless steel. And then we need the HV power. So for this, I'm actually going to make a second blast furnace. The reason for this is we have so much stuff that needs to run through the damn blast furnace. So being able to run two of them at the same time will be so nice. It should work out because our blast furnaces are not connected power-wise. Okay, let's use these up here. Okay, never mind, we'll go down here. So, we need tin wires, B furnaces, and we've got the circuits somewhere. Wait, it's blast furnaces, which means they have to put iron plates around the furnaces. So we'll need the iron too. There you go, full stack of tin cables. I had a ton of iron plates. So I got those. Grab these out. There is the blast furnace control block. Actually, let's bring it closer. And we want it to be here. Give the cables as little distance to travel as possible. Okay, we're gonna want a lot of machine blocks. Okay, I need to put these freaking bags away. They're handy for when I'm traveling, but dear lord, they're getting annoying. And We need some raw iron. Frickin', because it's running that. That's gonna be annoying. Wait. There, you should be able to get power now. Apparently still draws power while it's freaking pause. Okay. Fair plan, just take that out so that when this thing finishes it doesn't start a new one. So let's see, we need I am in, I am out, wood ounce. What ends? So that's 6. Yeah, 6 freaking of these. Check these steel machines. Close to another production, seems. Alright. So that'll be enough for 4. We need... Just to be safe, let's do another 8. That... What is that thing complaining about now? We have the arc press is the most annoying machine. Okay. There. So... tanks and chests. So I just take this here and then circuits. Refined glue. I don't know why you won't use the more expensive stuff. Just do that and that, and then do we have no glue? So I well, that took a while of glue. I guess I might as well Breach. Okay. And there's also the maintenance hatch. Let's just need a ton of my tools. So I'm missing soft mallet and file. Or not soft mallet, it's normal mallet. There we go. Okay. Import goes there. Basically just making the same thing over again. Nice. I don't know. No, we'll keep it consistent. Let's see. So we also need a whole bunch of Imvar rods. We had freaking wrought iron. What the hell? Throw this bronze away. So, I'll also use this as a chance to get the upgrade coils. Which will make things better and faster. So for this, we want the mica. Let me do this. So we need that. And we need capital, which capital is oh, capital is tricky. It seems. Yeah, it wants us to do that after all this. The chemical bath and stuff. Okay. We'll just do Cooper Nickel then. We got a crap ton of it. But we'll go down the mica path this time. Which is that uses our asbestos. I know that's arsenic. Asbestos is something we haven't used yet. So I might be using that. So asbestos and mica. Mica comes from they get ore, which we can find in kyanite veins. Do we have mica anywhere? Because I think we went through all the different things. Apparently not. So while things are running, let's quickly do that. Oh. He is freaking far off. Wait, is that really? Because it doesn't name mica as something it has. Let me see here. Well, that is a good upgrade. But what I'm looking for is mica. Mica is a very rare but useful or a crafty clothes.